spidey senses tingling. Feel something, got my radars up.
Important information I have for y'all out there, and a warning. If anything on here offends y'all, any kind of subliminal thing, if you're at that stage where they're messing with you and you think all types of subliminal things are pointing towards you, I tell you for sure, you could have my promise that I, the real man, the real being, the conscious one, isn't sending any kind of hateful, subliminal messages at you at all. I want everybody to be free and prosper and have an open society. And if anything in here offends you, I'm pretty sure whatever else I have to say about what I have to say is gonna make up for it, and it's not intentional. If anything on here is to offend you, and I'm just here to let everybody know what's the real deal is, so everybody could wake up. Everybody that kind of has that third eye open, whatever. Don't worry about none of this stuff either. Everybody that kind of has that third eye open, that they would be fully open and will get the real knowledge on what's going on, so you can make a true decision about whether the Illuminati is right for you. We're just gonna get into the whole thing, and I mean, because basically this is the. It seems like it's the it's where we're at in spiritual power, as far as we know, because there's different levels to this stuff, and there's everything. Potential is limitless, so it seems that this world is limitless, and let's just get right into it. Is there or should there be one God ruler over all mankind, or a group that rules over all mankind as God, or should every man, basically, is every man, or is there one ruler of God over mankind already, or is every man have the full potential be to have godlike powers, and should every man be fully conscious of their godlike powers and use it however they choose in a just free open place? Or what I'm saying, is it true that every man has his own powers and stuff, but maybe a group or a secret group may have those powers and keep everybody else ignorant from those powers, and use that power in a judging, godlike judging way, where they judge the earth using these spiritual powers. So that's how we're going to start this off. So this is on chapter 1, the ignorant state and the true self. Now I am an immortal, eternal, all-powerful spirit being. And as far as the main group of us, somewhere, before the present, before now, we lost our way, and we did that to partake in this sub-powerful experience that we're living in now. Just for a limited time, which would end when we shed these bodies and become the true self, or the spirit, and we free ourselves from these bodies whenever we want or whenever we choose. However, so all of the people on the planet come from the same source of energy. So we basically all, if we come from the same source of energy, we use it how we use it. So we basically all could have the same source of power, the same powers. And I want everybody to know that we are not the flesh. We are the eternal being that is inhabited in this flesh, using it like a spacesuit, if you would. I mean, not a spacesuit, but an earth suit. So we are the real spirit being. and we're just inhabiting this flesh. So this flesh means nothing. So people think death means you die. No, your flesh dies. You're always living. But if you're conscious, what you do from there will determine what happens to you. Or if you're conscious, then you'll know who you are. So it has been a cover up of the true supernatural self and what this world really is. Is this place somewhere like a matrix? I can't say for sure. I can't tell you that. But some people want you to believe it is, and then again, some people want to cover it up like they don't want you to believe it is. So you have both angles. Maybe it's like a dream world, a dream powered world, or something like that. I can't say, but I know I have never reached the Illuminati's top ranks, or top knowledge and top powers yet. Although I'm not in there to do it, but I'm gonna try to find my way to get it without actually going in. See, I am and I have always been free from the Illuminati, and but I have had personal subliminal experiences with subliminal Illuminati recruitment, and from there, from all the attacks against me, I have learned a lot of their ways and how they do things, and a lot of their methods and how they do things. So from that knowledge is what I'm given. The main thing they are you would call something like soul dealers. You know what I'm saying? And they would have to be like manipulators of people to first acquire a soul, because there's no logical way, no logical reason for anybody to give up something like that, to give up yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you don't give people authority. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Then from after acquiring these souls, I believe that they well, I don't know what they do, but from, I assume from things I heard in music and whatnot, that, people say they sold their soul or whatever, or maybe they're really buying a soul. Maybe they say, okay, I'm going to give you this power that your soul really has. And they'll sell these spirits people for their commitment to them and for their work to them when they already have these powers. And they may just be bamboozled into, what I'm saying, thinking that they just received something when they already had it. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? So if you know when you leave this body that your true original self will be formed again, and you will be free to do whatever, and be that true original self, that true spirit, the true soul, then you're free from making any deals with any of these um, soul dealer type people. You could just ignore them, or dismiss them. It just keep on rolling on about your business, floating, flying, whatever you do about your business, and then whatever happens from there happens from there. But I guess from there you could control your own life. Um, I don't know how, but you will. Now, some of these people are bred and they're made by the Illuminati to continue their work, to continue the Illuminati's work. I think it's most of them are, and they're considered the real people. That's people with their own souls, their bodies controlled only by themselves, and they have, probably their spirit controls their whole being, and they realize their spiritual powers and everything, whatever, and they use it, out of body experiences and all that stuff we're gonna have, and and this is just what I concluded based on evidence I found here and there. So we got it. Now, most people, according to them, may not be in control of their own, because they may be inhabited by a ghost that is manipulating them and leading them. So basically, Um, I mean, if you would know about these tricks, and if you would be conscious of the fact that there's something else there that may be leading you, and the fact that the hidden hand, whatever they want to call it, and if you're conscious of that, and if you know the tricks that they do, then you could still be in control of yourself and overstand everything that they do. So while I can see their tricks and I can overstand them, maybe there are some others that probably are in less control. You know what I'm saying? I could overstand them and control my spirit, my body. Some others may be in less control because they don't recognize what's going on around them. But all this is just based on your acceptance of this, and this can be avoided by just ignoring them or leaving, denying these demons or whatever they may be. They may be angels, they may be demons. Who knows what's going on? Maybe just depend on who you are. But it's only based on your acceptance, so it's easy to just deny it or deny them or what I'm saying, ignore them or whatever. I was visited as a child by my dead cousin's ghost, and now she is an aide to me on board on board my body that I own. Now, some of the people that um, are used in this program or that are being ran through this program, some of them just may be experiments. Some of them may be sacrifices, to the spirits. Like, we just need sacrifices. So they have people that are set up to be sacrifices. Then they may have some people that are, bred to continue the work of the Illuminati. And then they have others, or I don't know if they're rogue or whatever, people like me that are bred to, that are here to be the iron that sharpens the iron and sharpen and shape the Illuminati from a outside perspective to give them um, in offensive views per se, I guess, and to maybe lead a new charge or maybe with the glitch in the matrix to bring about new change or maybe whatever it may be. Now, a certain group of these people, mainly the sacrifices, are just used so that spirits that have left bodies, their own bodies behind. Now they can have a body to feed off of. Basically, that's all they're really used for. Let spirit feed off of them until the time of their sacrifice, so that spirit could have whatever, whatever. But then they just sacrifice these people in their rituals and whatever. But maybe they do. Maybe some people get away. Maybe a lot of people get away and become free and sovereign and overstand them. But it seems as though most people follow a Pinocchio type story where they would if they show valor, they show courage and they do good and things like that, and they show respectable qualities to society, the society that's watching them, the secret society that's watching, then they are rewarded. I guess you could say rewarded with the gift of this knowledge, and they will, probably join or whatever. But that's why I give you this information so you can know what they're really about or what's really going on before you join. You shouldn't be joining anything without knowing what it's about. Bottom line.